Alright, oftentimes you go to your fridge and your counters and it becomes an episode of Chopped. So, we're going to do just that. We had these things. Let me run through them. And we're going to make some good lunch. Alright, I found an onion, an old cabbage, some garlic, some thyme, potatoes, acorn squash, carrots, and some sausages. And so in our pantry we have a couple spices. So for the spices, there's salt and pepper, and then we have some fennel seeds, which is really nice when you're going for that Baltic sort of flavor that goes with cabbage or Irish. So I'm going to show you how it's done. Alright, first of all, let's get the potatoes boiling. Alright, this cabbage, you just got to peel the outside layer off. Peel the yuckies off. Hey, look at that. Brand new cabbage. Alright, now you just need to chop it up. Core it, which means just cut it on an angle. Just rough cuts. One direction, then the other direction. That's what we need right there. Now for the onion, I just cut it in half, which makes it easy to get the peel off. A yucky bit, just cut that out. Cut the end off. And just make that rough cut just like your cabbage. With carrots, I just cut the tops off and then give them nice big chunks. And the chunks get bigger as you get closer to the end. Acorn, just cut the end off. Pop it in half. Scoop the seeds out. Just use a vegetable peeler. Take off the skin. And of course you can't reach that, but it's totally okay because once you cook it'll get soft and it is definitely edible. So just cut out the stems, and if you have any bad spots, cut those out. Now just dice this up rough just like you did your cabbage and your onions. Alright, the trick with garlic to get it out of its little sleeve is just to use your knife, bang it, and there you are. And if you have a garlic press, which is an amazing tool, you just get it in there. And if you don't have a garlic press, then you simply do the same thing, get it out of its little sleeve, and just chop it up. Thyme dried a little bit since we got it on Wednesday, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get the leaves off the stems. It's really easy. Just hold on one end and pull the other. Okay, so I only used about 2 stems. Thyme is very strong, so a little bit goes a long way. Now we have the sausages here, so we're just gonna cut these up, and then you can also have the no evil plant-based sausages as well. You can just put in here. Of peppers too, but I only want to use one because they can be overwhelming. So I'm just going to go ahead and put one in this mix. I have my olive Chattanooga olive oil, love it, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in my Instant Pot. Then at the very bottom I'm going to put about a tablespoon of my fennel, so that way that can flavor everything. And then I'm going to put my cabbage and carrots and peppers in here. And then I'm going to put the sausages. And then I'm going to put the onions. Alright, last but not least, got my salt. And I got about that much pepper. And I have my water. And since I put all these spices on the top, I'm just going to stir what is on the top, not down deep, just what is on the top to get the salt and the pepper into the onions and the squash. Then I'm going to put my lid on. Alright, get the lid on. I'm going to put it on manual and put it to 20 minutes because that's all we need since we did the potatoes separately. And I will also put in the adult flavors after the fact because we have children. And if you don't have an Instant Pot, you can do all this on the stovetop or in a crock pot. It just takes just a little bit longer. Okay, so the potatoes were boiling while we were prepping, and now while the Instant Pot is going, I'm going to go ahead and take the time to chop up the potatoes that are going to go into the end of the stew. Okay, and so it's school season now, right? And so you always have to make extra time and take advantage of the time that you have. And so while we were boiling the potatoes, I went ahead and I boiled extra potatoes. And what we're going to do is take the potatoes and mash them up and make potato pancakes. And they are the best thing for using up everything you have extra in your fridge. So what we have is some green onion, and we have some arugula and some spinach, and that's what we're going to use, kind of like a loaded baked potato, and patty them up and fry them to use later on in the week. And on saving time, there's tricks to doing things, so I'm going to cut this onion up and show you. I take this and I put this in a little cup like that, and those actually grow with a little bit of water, and then I cut them like that, and I keep stacking them up. Now that they're stacked, you can cut them really fast. Let's get them nice and close together, and that's how you make chives real quick. Alright, so I chopped up my arugula and my spinach really fine, and then I have the green onions in there with the potatoes, and so I'm just going to put 2 eggs as a binder, and some salt and pepper. Alright, so as you do this, you might find that it's too dry, and then you just need to add another egg, no problem. And then also, I'm going to add some cheese, shredded. And this is the old-fashioned way to grind stuff up. This is cumin, we're going to add that to it. But we do have a mortar and a pestle. Rather than buying it ground already, we use some fresh. Now remember, we did all this while the crock pot was going on, so this is just using our time to prepare for the rest of the week. So we mixed up all the potatoes and the things from the fridge that was just stuff we had to use. And here is the secret to a nice fried potato patty: rice flour. I greased up my hands with a little bit of olive oil because the potatoes are very sticky, but ball it up like this, dip it into the rice flour on either side, and then drop it right in your skillet. Now this is ready, so got the lid off. It smells amazing. I put some potatoes in the bowl, and even though those are cool, this hot soup with cabbage and the carrots and the squash and everything will heat them up. It's going to be